Unsung Murder Ballads discusses topics of a disturbing nature.
And we're not going to hold back on the graphic details and disturbing content.
So we do not recommend our podcast for children under the age of 13.
And while we respect the victims and their families involved in these tragic cases,
we're also going to be critical of mistakes that are made during the investigations.
And we're going to use dark humor to express ourselves now and then.
So with that said, this podcast may not be for everyone.
And that's okay. We're glad you're here checking us out.
And if you've made it this far, welcome to the Unsung Murder Ballads family. And follow us on Instagram at Unsung Murder Ballads if you want to talk to us.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Unsung Murder Ballads. I am Janus Dead.
I'm Jameson Dead.
And I'm Joyous Dead.
All right, I actually forgot the episode number, so I think this is episode 83, I think. So
I feel like you said that last week.
I think I do it all the time, yeah. So let's just jump right into this. I'm going to hit you with the teaser because this one is a fucked up, horrific case.
Oh boy.
So we're going to hit you hard, and then we're going to have some laughs a little bit, and then I'm going to hit you hard again. So you ready?
Great. Love it.
All right. Tara Pekenich had been away from home with her boyfriend Steven on a short vacation. She lived in Green Bay, Wisconsin, with her 24-year-old son, Shad. When she returned, she didn't see her son for the first couple days, but hadn't thought anything was really strange about that. Then, between 2:30 and 3 in the morning, she was awoken by a sound of a door slamming, and she went to investigate. She didn't see anything unusual, but she did see a light from the basement and wondered if maybe her son had come home, so she went down to check. Now, to paint a picture of this is a finished basement full of stuff. There are mattresses stacked on top of each other in one corner. And looking at the images of this room, it's unclear if this was her son's bedroom or not.
Gotcha.
To the right of the entrance, she saw a bucket on the floor with a towel draped over it that had not been there before she left. She lifted the towel and began screaming and ran upstairs, waking her boyfriend, Steve.
Uh-oh.
Steve called 911 and was essentially the go-between for Tara and the dispatcher on the call. Tara was in shock and was not able to fully convey her thoughts, but Steve was able to tell the dispatcher this. He said that his girlfriend swears that she found her son's severed head inside a bucket in their basement. Steve was asked if he saw the head, but he had not, as he was pretty freaked out at that point and didn't want to go down the stairs.
Well, yeah, I don't blame him at all.
Not at all. The dispatcher suggested that maybe she hadn't seen what she thought she saw. So Steve agreed to go downstairs and investigate. Now, he didn't have his contacts in, and the lighting wasn't so great down there, so he was having trouble making out what he was seeing. Now, obviously, Tara refused to return to the basement.
Yeah.
So the police asked to speak with her, and after assuring her that officers were on the way, they asked if there was any possibility that what she saw was like a Halloween prop or something like that. But she stood her ground and said what she saw was real, and it was definitely her son's head, her son Shad. When police finally did arrive, they confirmed that it was a severed head inside the bucket. But moreover, there was also a severed penis with the testicles still attached in the bucket as well.
Oh. God.
Yeah. This is the case of Shad Thyrion and his murder.
That's how you end your teaser?
That's how I end the teaser, yes.
You are a sick man.
At least I didn't do this. All right.
Fuck.
It's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
I sat there when I heard of this case. I was like, it was added to my list probably only like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And you know how, guys, you've seen how long the list of cases is. Mm-hmm. I was like, I have to move this up. And I'm glad I did, because this case, the more I investigated it and researched it, the more fucked up this became.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
So, Shad Thyrion was 24 years old. He worked with his father and his grandfather in their family business. Shad enjoyed camping, games, and spending time with his family. He was very kind and compassionate, and he often thought of others before himself, which, I hate to say it, we say this about almost every victim in these cases.
We do.
They're always like good, solid people, and that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people aren't out murdering shitheads. Oh, some of them do. So he was also a talented artist, and he enjoyed wood carving, which I think is kind of cool. I wish I had that talent. Now, Shad was involved with a woman named Taylor, and we need to discuss her background now.
Uh-oh.
Taylor Coronado was also 24, and she was in a sexual relationship with Shad. Growing up, Taylor's mother was an alcoholic and was constantly in fights with her father. When Taylor was 9 years old, the Coronado family moved from Chicago to Wisconsin. In 2009, Taylor's mother died in her sleep from cirrhosis caused by her heavy drinking. So her father remarried about a year after her mother passed, and Taylor started to exhibit behavioral problems at school. Taylor attempted suicide while in the 7th grade.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so like 12 or 13-ish. And then she started to go see a therapist. Now, her suicide attempt was reportedly that her father had essentially walked in on her, holding a knife to her own throat, trying to work up the courage or strength or what have you to go through with it. Taylor was prescribed a mood stabilizer, an antidepressant, and antipsychotics. However, even while on these meds, Taylor would continue to get into trouble at school and oftentimes was involved in physical altercations with fellow students. So, violent tendencies right out of middle school.
Yeah, that's not good.
It was around then that Taylor met Shad, and the two would date for a little bit throughout school, like high school and junior high. Due to her continued behavioral issues, Taylor was expelled from school, and her father sent her to live with his parents in Texas. Now, initially, the move helped Taylor a little bit, as she was able to graduate from school, but once she turned 18, she weaned herself off of all of her meds.
That's not great.
I was going to say, I'm sure you can guess where it's going to go from here.
Not
Yeah,
good.
not well.
Not good.
She then decided that she would self-medicate using alcohol and marijuana.
Oh, my
Ugh,
God.
It's so sad when those patterns pass down in families.
Yeah. She then began experimenting with meth, which...
Not a very good experiment.
No, which she called the bitch.
What?
Yeah, she called meth the bitch. Which, yeah, probably. You know?
Fair enough.
In 2017, Taylor moved back to Wisconsin, and she met the man that she would marry. His name was Warren Chabot. Warren was a drug dealer, so her decision to marry him kind of fits the path that she was putting herself on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, their relationship was rocky to say the least, but they got married in 2019 regardless. When Taylor went to change her name from Coronado to Chabot, her new husband Warren thought it would be cool if she changed it to something else instead.
Oh,
What?
So she legally changed her name to Taylor Schabusiness.
no.
No, really?
No.
Oh, come on.
You can't be for fucking real right now.
I wish I was making it up.
Wow.
Oh, dear God.
So,
That is something, huh?
so normally, I would refer to a killer by their last name because fuck them, they don't deserve that personal touch. But I do not want to keep saying Schabusiness.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Personal
well,
challenge. Let's see if
well-
we can make it through the episode.
Not while we're talking about what's going to happen.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because Schabusiness is stupid. Like, seriously.
Yeah, business and a severed penis.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually should be a title of the book. We should write a book and title it that. So in July of 2020, Taylor was high on meth and going around her neighborhood knocking on people's doors. So this is 2020, July, so everyone's under quarantine.
Right.
You shouldn't be out there. So obviously people called police. When the police stopped her and asked her why she was doing that, she responded simply by showing them her arms and pointing out the track marks from her drug use.
You know, it's an explanation.
I guess so, yes. So when more officers arrived, Taylor became erratic and unpredictable, going so far as to run into traffic on more than one occasion.
Girl.
When officers tried to move her away from the road and passing vehicles, she began to kick at them and resisting them physically.
Oh, no.
Yep. So this clearly leads to her getting arrested for assault and battery on a police officer and resisting arrest.
Oh my God.
As this is Taylor's first felony offense, yes, these are felonies, she is given 3 years of probation and required to undergo a psychiatric evaluation. A month later, police attempted to pull her over for a traffic violation, but she decided she didn't want to stop and led police on a car chase.
Girl.
And as you probably guessed, she was eventually stopped and arrested. She was given 3 months in jail and an additional 2 years probation, which I think is really lenient for that crime.
Yeah, I was
For a
thinking
car
that too.
chase?
Yeah, for exactly a car chase.
Yeah, I guess for how many people you're putting in danger when you do that.
Exactly. So her husband, Warren, was arrested for 3 guesses.
Drug trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah, distribution of a controlled substance, and he
I'll
was
do it.
sentenced to a long prison term. So, and it wasn't long after this that Taylor learned that she was pregnant.
Rut-bro.
Oh God, that's all they need to bring into this situation.
I gotta say, like, this woman had the worst luck throughout her life.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly doesn't excuse what she's going to do.
And she's not doing anything to help that luck, but...
No, not at all. So finding herself alone with a baby on the way, Taylor moved back to Texas with her grandparents, which is probably the only smart thing she did once she changed her name to Schabusiness. She gave birth to a boy in 2021, but Child Protective Services pretty quickly stepped in and took the child from her. And
I do not like it when they do it. Like, let the grandparents raise the child.
it's interesting that you say that because that's one of the next things we're going to be talking about.
Oh, interesting.
But before we get to that, as we've seen, Taylor doesn't always make the best decisions under stress, and she attempted suicide twice more.
Oh.
It was after these attempts that she was hospitalized and re-diagnosed, and she was found to have ADHD, PTSD, and bipolar disorder.
That's a...
Wow,
fucking
that's a
wombo
nice
combo.
little laundry list.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah. Upon her release from the hospital, Taylor moved into a homeless shelter, and her grandparents worked on gaining custody of her son.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for some reason, Child Protective Services did not allow Taylor to move back into the home with her grandparents and her kid, which I don't know what would cause that. That's a little weird to me, but clearly they thought she was dangerous.
Yeah.
She would eventually leave Texas again and return to Green Bay to live with her father. Now, as if she hasn't already been through enough, soon after her return, her brother AJ died in a car accident.
Oh my God.
And if that wasn't enough of a brutal blow, her father was then arrested for the statutory rape of a 13-year-old girl
Oh.
who who was
Ah.
who was a relative of his former wife.
No.
Oh.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. So I basically say, can you come up with a better list of reasons why she returned to drug use?
Nope.
No. And her father was sentenced to 12 years in prison. So once again,
That's all?
that was, yeah, can you fucking believe that?
Disgusting.
So once again, Taylor had nowhere to go, and she ends up crashing at a friend's place. It is here that she reconnects with her old high school boyfriend, Shad. Now, it's not clear how much of a drug user Shad was before reconnecting with Taylor, but once they started spending time together, their free time was pretty much spent getting high and having sex. And one more important detail about Miss Taylor Schabusiness. She had a kink.
Oh, which one?
She was really into choking or
Okay.
erotic asphyxiation. For those who
All right.
don't know,
No,
erotic
never heard that
asphyxiation is the intentional blocking of oxygen to the brain to increase the intensity of sexual pleasure. It's also really dangerous when it's done alone. As an insane side note, the first documented death from erotic asphyxiation was an English author named Peter Motex in 1718.
Damn.
I didn't realize that shit went back that far, but I shouldn't be surprised.
Well, it's like sex is human nature, is it not?
Yeah, I was going to say, it probably happened a lot more. They just didn't report it that way.
Yeah, literally.
So as far as Taylor goes, she not only liked being choked, but she also liked to be the one doing the choking.
I would not let this meth-riddled woman choke me, that's for sure.
No way.
Exactly. So, on February 21st, 2022, Taylor picked up Shad from his mother's home around 9:30 p.m. A friend of theirs joined them, and they headed to an apartment where they smoked marijuana. Taylor and Shad also then started smoking methamphetamine and injected trazodone at the apartment after the friend left. Trazodone.
Why are they injecting trazodone? That's an antidepressant.
You got me.
I take that medication.
And they're fucking injecting it.
That's literally my sleep meds. What? It's not even that powerful. What? Injecting it? That's such a new. Sorry, my mind is blown. The fuck?
I don't have an answer for you because I have no idea.
That's so weird. I'm gonna have to Google that later. What the fuck?
Well, I'm sure injecting it to your bloodstream directly, it must be more powerful.
Must be, but
Yeah. But it makes sense because I think meth makes you like more excited and agitated. So the trazodone would bring you down. It's probably balancing it.
But it's not even like a sedative.
So it's not like doing coke and drinking alcohol?
No, it's not a downer. It's like it is, and it uses the same mechanisms as an antidepressant, which I guess could kind of. I don't know. I'm fascinated, and I'm gonna be on WebMD later.
Okay. All right. So after this, the couple returned to Shad's mother's house. Now, his mother, Tara, and her boyfriend, Steve, were away at the time. So Shad and Taylor went to the basement, and they began having sex. Taylor claimed that they had engaged in erotic asphyxiation in prior encounters, and on this occurrence, they had used what she called chains, which to me look like choke collars for dogs.
Okay.
So according to Taylor, Shad put his collar on and then laid on his stomach, and she got onto his back. Taylor then proceeded to strangle Shad until he turned purple.
Holy crap.
But Taylor said that watching him change colors excited her sexually.
She said this. She admitted.
She's admitting this during her interrogation, yes.
Wow.
She continued to pull tighter, watching as she described as Chad's neck building up muscle, so she pulled even tighter.
Oh my God.
When Shad started coughing up blood, Taylor said she felt she had gone too far to turn back now.
What?
Yeah. She continued until Shad was dead, which according to her took around 3 to 5 minutes, but she continued to have sex with his body afterwards.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Wow.
That's so fucked up.
Taylor then proceeded to perform oral sex on Shad's body while cutting him up. She then inserted a dildo into his mouth while she cuddled with him.
She is a twisted fuck.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to use her last name during all this, because the juxtaposition of that with this horrible action.
Yeah.
Her exact words when she described what she did to police were, quote, "I was sucking and cutting at the same time. I liked it. I didn't know what to do," unquote.
I hate it.
So the following morning, she proceeded to dismember Shad's body using knives she found in the home, to which she stated the bread knife worked best.
Really? Out of all of them?
That's what she said.
Okay.
Taylor positioned the body on the bed and decapitated Shad over a bucket and a storage tote to contain the blood. She claimed she then showered using the blood and dumped the rest down the shower drain.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is deranged.
This is fucked up. She then cut his body down the middle lengthwise. She removed his organs, including his penis, and then placed the organs in plastic bags, the tote, cardboard boxes, and of course his head and penis inside the bucket. At this point, Taylor said she started to get lazy after dismembering his body, and while she had intended to take all of his body parts with her in her minivan, she just left, leaving most of the remains at the scene of the crime.
What the fuck?
That's just fucked.
I just what the fuck?
Yeah, this is so fucked up. She claimed that she was ill-prepared to dispose of his corpse because the murder was random and not planned. So 2 days...
Yeah, that's normally how it goes.
Yes. So 2 days later, on February 23rd, 2022, Shad's mother, Tara, found her son's head in a bucket in her basement.
Oh, that's so fucking awful.
Now, in some reports, the sound that awoke Tara was Taylor closing the door as she left. Now,
why was she there if it's 2 days later?
Well, that's what I mean. So it may be true because maybe Taylor was so fucked up that she spent days cleaning and sleeping in the basement and no one realized she was there.
Maybe.
But it's not in every source, so I can't say with any sense of accuracy.
Interesting.
Either way, the police were called and they began to investigate. Arriving on the scene, Green Bay police officer Alex Wanish reported that how he observed the plastic bucket on the floor with the towel over it, and he lifted it up and saw the head, and of course the mattress appeared to have dry blood on it. Shad's torso was discovered in the tote bag, and Taylor had put one of his dismembered feet inside his chest cavity.
Oh my god, what?
She's so fucked up. Tara told police that the last time she had seen her son Shad was with Taylor. Taylor was found later that day by police. She didn't run far. She literally just went home to where she was staying.
Wow.
When police arrived, there was blood on her vehicle's door, as well as bloody footprints leading to her door.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, she didn't try at all, did she?
Not at all.
Not even a little bit.
Additionally, body parts, including one of Shad's legs, were found in a box for a crock pot inside her minivan. Now, her clothes, which she was still wearing, were covered in blood, and she had a cut on her thumb. So one could say she was literally caught red-handed. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, this is 2 days after she murdered him. So not only is she still in the same clothes, she hasn't even cleaned up.
She hasn't taken a shower.
She hasn't done anything. Which is why I think maybe there's truth to the fact that she was actually there for 2 days.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I know you can kill someone quickly sometimes with strangulation, but her assertion that it took 3 to 5 minutes for him to die, I don't know if that's true because it usually takes longer. So
yeah,
I don't think her sense of time is trustworthy.
Right, especially when she's high on meth and trazodone.
Yeah, and who knows what else. I think it's so funny you find trazodone so amusing.
Well, no, it's because it's literally a medication that I take, and it does not do it. It doesn't even work that well. It's just weird.
I'm dying to see what you find out.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, so Taylor also had scratches on her arms, which look like, whatever, but she claims those were self-inflicted. Some people are trying to defend themselves.
Oh, so defensive
Yeah,
marks?
defensive wounds, but she says they were self-inflicted. So she was arrested and charged with murder, mutilation of a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault on March 1st. Now, Taylor initially claimed to have blacked out during the attack, and when asked why Shad's head was in a bucket, she responded simply by saying, "That is pretty fucked up." That was her answer.
That's all? Wow.
Yep. She then shocked investigators by literally blurting out, Damn the head. I can't believe I left the head, though. Yeah. Yeah, she's fucked up.
Beyond.
Police asked if Shad had at any point fought back, to which she answered, yes, but I had won.
Wow, that's really cocky and brazen of her.
Right to the police. Yeah. Taylor described how Shad's head was the first thing she took off, and she said she was very excited about abusing his corpse. She stated that she enjoyed choking him and made comments to detectives asking if they knew what it was like to love something so much that you kill it.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Taylor,
That is some deeply horrifying horror movie shit.
yeah, this is fucking beyond some of the horror movies. Yeah, like, and it's funny because I don't think it's just drugs. Like, this is someone who has to be seriously tapped in the head.
Yeah, no, this is... Well, drugs tap you in the head, especially meth.
Agreed, but I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know that. I mean, if meth has that kind of effect, we'd have a lot more meth heads murdering people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, but she has other conditions going on.
Yeah. Taylor allegedly told police that when they searched the crime scene, they would have fun trying to find all the organs. Yeah.
Oh my
That's almost like a challenge. Like, what is she
She's
doing?
vile.
She's awful. Over the course of a 3-day trial, jurors heard about Taylor's online searches, which included Jeffrey Dahmer walking into court all sexy and Jeffrey Dahmer's butt.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, clearly she has a thing for Jeffrey Dahmer.
Ugh.
Which
he
is-
would probably have a thing for her.
No, but he was gay.
True.
He would have... I don't even know if he would have eaten her. So Taylor's attorney...
She just wanted him to be your gay best friend.
Yeah, there you go. So Taylor's attorney, Quinn Jolie, submitted a not guilty by reason of insanity plea on,
Of course.
on September 1st, 2022. On February 14th, 2023, so Valentine's Day, when Jolie requested that the trial date be pushed back so that experts could determine her competency to stand trial, Taylor suddenly attacked her own lawyer in the courtroom.
Holy
What?
shit.
Yeah, she was tackled by a sheriff's officer and no one was seriously injured. And if anyone wants to watch that, it is on YouTube.
Oh,
What the
yes.
fuck?
Let's watch.
Yeah, she just literally turns and like attacks him.
Taylor Schabusiness court attack.
Yes. So
How do you spell Schabusiness?
SCHA business. Yeah, Schabusiness.
Oh yeah, it's Taylor Schabusiness attacks lawyer. Comes right up.
Ridiculous. So
I'm dead.
around 10 minutes after the attack, Jolie told Judge Walsh that he planned to file a motion to have himself removed from the case, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He was replaced by Christopher Froelich on March 3rd, who then requested that the judge recuse himself because he witnessed the attack and that could affect his ruling. The judge declined. He was like, nope, we're not doing this.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Taylor was examined by numerous psychiatrists and their determinations were mixed as to her competency. In the end, the judge ruled that she could stand trial. Now, Taylor often smirked and laughed during the trial, making really weird faces at both the judge and the news. Her grandmother came up and testified on her behalf.
Wow.
She said, I'm not sure if it was to ask for leniency, but I'm not sure I could have done that in these circumstances. So it's kind of weird, but she's up there saying, hey, just don't kill my granddaughter, I guess.
Yeah, like don't give her the death penalty. Who
Now,
knows?
her father, Arturo Coronado, also testified in court while wearing shackles and an orange jumpsuit.
Oh,
That's lovely.
I have to say why anyone would think to have a convicted child sex offender there as a witness was a good idea.
like to think that's helpful is crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. So forensic psychologist Diane Lighton testified that Taylor told her she had a thing with Jeffrey Dahmer a year ago, unquote.
Oh, so she's insane.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, even though he died 28 years before, she claims she had a thing with him a year before. So Taylor, because of her behavior, had to wear what's called a spit hood during her final appearances in court.
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah, they're weird looking. Almost like beehive kind of
I
thing.
was just about to say, they're like a beekeeper's helmet.
Wow.
On July 26, 2023, a jury took less than an hour to convict Taylor of first-degree intentional homicide, the mutilation of a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault.
Swift justice is beautiful.
On September 26, Judge Walsh sentenced Taylor to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, saying that he had to protect the public from her.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. He said, quote, "This crime offends human decency and offends human dignity, and it offends human community," unquote.
Yeah, I'd say he's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Taylor refused to address the court and repeatedly shook her head and made faces at the judge as he described her heinous crimes. Now, Shad's uncle, a man named Kelly Thyrion, addressed Judge Walsh, and he referred to Taylor as Taylor Schabusiness.
Let's go. Get her.
Before asking the judge to refuse to give her parole. Speaking to Taylor, he said, quote, "After Judge Walsh sentences you today, I will pray that you meet the same fate as your idol, Jeffrey Dahmer. So have a great life, shit business," unquote.
Go off.
Right? It's an awesome way to fucking dig to someone like that. Because for those who don't know, and really if you don't know, you didn't listen to our episode a few weeks ago, Jeffrey Dahmer was killed in prison by a fellow inmate. So Taylor's husband, Warren, who was still in prison for his drug offenses, somehow managed, while incarcerated, to post on social media his love and support for Taylor.
Wow.
What the I didn't know. I mean, granted, I know people smuggle shit like that in, but are you stupid enough to actually make a public post while you're breaking the rules in prison? I don't know. That's weird
Apparently
to me.
he is.
Yeah. Now, Shad's father publicly forgave Taylor.
What?
He said, quote, "I believe everybody makes bad choices, maybe not on this scale. It does no good to hate you. I know you've got a heart, got a mind," unquote.
Wow.
Well, he's a bigger person than I would have been.
Oh, yeah. I probably would have gone to jail myself, killing her in that courtroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. Now, Taylor Schabusiness is serving out her sentence at the Taycheedah Correctional Institute, a facility that houses only female inmates that is located in the city of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And that is the very short case of Taylor Schabusiness, or shit business, depending upon how you want to say it.
That is fucking crazy.
What a very twisted, fucked up person.
Like, I don't get the motive. The motive, I mean, it seems like, I hate to say it, it does seem like insanity.
Yeah, like if it's either insanity or it's drugs, but I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no other explanation for it. And I mean, you looked up the video when we were doing this, like you've seen what she looks like. She doesn't look like she's fucking completely out of her head.
No, but
yeah, crazy. I mean, she's got the dark black hair, so she's got this gothic kind of look, which I guess fits the thing she was going for, but I don't know. It's weird to me. In this case, the more I researched it, the more like shocked I was, and I was like, I have to do this one like now.
She literally, okay, I'm watching it. She literally attacks her attorney while she's wearing handcuffs that are attached to her to a belt.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. I don't know what she thought she was going to accomplish.
Yeah, it's giving insanity.
Yeah. Or she's trying to get the insanity plea. Either way, she'll never be able to get out and do any harm to anybody else, which is a good thing. And hopefully Shad's mother was able to recover, because I'm sure that really affected her for a long time. And it's only been a couple years.
Yeah.
In fact, it was July of 2021. No, July of 2022. It hasn't even been 2 years yet.
Wow.
I know. Normally we do these cases and they're so long ago.
Yeah.
So yeah. So thank you everybody for listening. I know this was a short one this week, so we apologize for that, but we'll make it up to you another time, I promise. So once again, I am Janus Dead.
I'm Jameson Dead.
And I'm Joyous Dead.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.